Hey, what's up, guys? I came in here the other day to just crank everything up and make sure everything's in working order. Couldn't get the generator to crank, so I figure I've just gotten the tank. It runs off the main tank. Figured I just got the tank below the level where it picks up. And last time I ran the uh, motor. So anyway, I was thinking, well, I'll just take it to the gas station and fill up. And then I got looking at all this crap I got hanging up here. It's like, man, I gotta take down all of this. It's like, well, I haven't had any bites on this ammo. Let me just go check eBay. And sure enough, I had a sale waiting in there. So that fella ended up getting some of the 440s with the free beehive rounds. And heard back from him. He liked them, the 440s. I think with the beehive rounds, what happened was he said that they were just exploding on impact. It got a fairly tight pattern, so I'm just wondering, if he was shooting pretty close and just didn't notice the pattern. Don't really know. But anyway, he said he was comparing them to HP68s. They didn't shoot as hard as HP68s. And I was thinking, because everything around that weight always shot for me whenever I had the same setup at like 56 joules, no matter what I did. 3 grams, well, 10 grams this one, maybe like 10 grams on the high side, 10 grams on the low side. So I don't really know what that's about, but he said that they were a lot more accurate and he wanted some that were lighter. So I told him what I had, and that was the I think 35 caliber, something like that. So I made some of those, and they were like 6.5 grams, something like that. And I said, well, I got that bag of double-aught buck. Let me just see how big they are. So they were slightly smaller than the 350s. And so I messaged them back. I'm like, hey, I got these. They ought to come up to, what are they? I think they're like 5 and some change in grams. Yeah, that's how much they weigh right there. So anyway, it's like, well, he made two. He said what he wanted. I'm like, okay, I'll make this, and then you can pick from it. Well, he ended up getting both of them, so they're in the mail to him right now. I figured while I had everything going, I'd go ahead and make some more with the double-aught buck. So this is them. You can get better pictures of them on my eBay ad that I'll leave down in the description. But yeah, these are considerably lighter than what I've been, focusing on. I'm going to shoot some of these today, just to check something out. What I want to see is, since they're so much lighter than what I'm used to shooting, I figured, well, I won't need a heavy spring. And if I could go back to the original spring that came installed, what I can do is then I can utilize my plate and I can get 9 rounds in this thing. So we're going to see if we can get 9 rounds in it using the factory FSC mag and if it functions. 5.7, 5.7, 5.7, 5.7 grams. I'll have to double check my ad for that. So 4, 5. We're not going to be shooting over the Crony today. I just don't feel like it. And besides, all that's subjective. But what we're going to be shooting is the FSC with a 6-inch smooth .686 bore and it's got the, you know, your standard modifications, the bolt O-ring, the square O-ring in the bolt, the PVD delete, and we're going to be running 1,000 PSI. So that'll give you an idea of a baseline. I don't have any HP60H to compare them to. Never shot those, whatever. So we're probably going to have to we might be able to get all 9 rounds in here like this. If we can clip the last one in. No. Yeah, we got 7 in here now, so yeah, I don't know why I was thinking 8 rounds. Okay, yeah, 6 plus 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds in here, and 1 in there for no rounds in here now. Let's try that again. Alright. Now, when I was testing these out the other day, this has a somewhere leak, and it's a sometimes leak. So this might be one of those times that we see that leak. As soon as I get my ears, we're gonna blast away. Okay, we're all set. I've got a black dot drawn on a box up there. You try to say that. I don't really know where it's going to be holding without the barrel extension. With the barrel extension, it was shooting like 6 inches to the left and 6 inches high. So maybe it'll be a little bit more on, just like it is now. We'll see. There's that sometimes leak. I was going to take it apart and do it, but fix it. But I said, well, I'll just see if I can get by. So there's usually one that hides. And yeah, those are, you can hardly tell that was shot. Yeah, you can barely tell these have been shot. No, with my barrel extension on there, it's obvious. But yeah, just with the regular barrel, doesn't mar them up even. Well, that's pretty wild. So that worked perfectly. This is the plate I was telling you about. It does not work with the bigger mag. You just can't get any more in it. But this whole time I've been shooting with it through all the previous videos just to make sure that there weren't any surprises. Now I've got these on eBay right now. They're basically $1.25 a piece. $25 or 25 pieces you pay shipping, 50 pieces I pay shipping. If you get that, I'll throw in one of these for you, no additional charge. As far as the 440s I've got on there, oh, that's just balls. Let me go grab one of those. Okay, the story behind the V1 and V2. These are the 440s, and these are the V1s. So the V1s have that little pinwheel in there. That is in there because it makes them much more reliable for the bolt pressing them in there. I made these initially without that and discovered that they needed it later. So that pinwheel is a stopgap measure between this model and the V2, which just has these triangular pillars that serve the same purpose. They just don't, it's just an evolution of it. Neither one's, I guess you could argue that the cavity might be bigger, but we're dealing with two different sized balls here. So that's not really a fair comparison. But if it does give you any more air in there, that gives you a slightly bigger expansion chamber inside your barrel as it's moving down. But I really don't think there's enough in there to matter. You can be the judge of that. If you get some of these 440s, while they are around, I doubt that somebody's going to find later on that these are better than that style, but I'm not making any more of these unless somebody says that, man, those are so much better than the V2s, because I really don't see any difference in performance. But as far as the 440s go, I've got a bunch of these made up, and I'm not making any V2 440s until these are gone. So I will leave links for the eBay ads in the description of this video. So I'll see y'all later.